So let's get to it and let's give a bit of an overview of everything we've done so far. I think it's fair to say that that's probably going to be necessary. We've started today's stream and today's session with, I think we started anyway, with placing another ferry terminal. Or at least I don't think we started with this, but we did this, and this is where like the YouTube video is starting, so you're going to have to deal with that. We have another ferry terminal by the tram depot, and that's basically a connection into the tourism and leisure area and the hotels and all that stuff. We also have a highway connection for all of that as well. I don't think I recorded this. I think I did this either... I think I did this in a bonus live stream yesterday, Saturday the 15th of December. I think I did this on that. I'm not sure. Either way, this is like a way to go from this highway into the city and directly into the tourism and leisure area as well. So it's actually kind of cool, I think. Like, I like it. I like that this just goes directly in here. I like that this sort of spirals up and around over here. I think it looks neat. Outside of that area, I mean, we've done a little bit of tweaking here to just fill it up and bring it closer to the highway, because I kind of want everything to be like really densely packed against the highways. I think it just looks better. I don't like having a bunch of space around them. I want this whole city to look really dense, and that's something that we made a point of doing when we started the new city center. We wanted all this built right against the highways. I'm also wondering, nothing's building there. I have no demand for residential or commercial. It's really, really strange. Like, areas are emptying because of it. So that's weird. Either way, I built all this up. It also feels weird saying either way at the start of a video, because that's usually what I say. Either way, that's going to be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, this whole area here is just built up densely to be against the highway. Similar stuff over here in terms of density, just added in a bit of an avenue coming up and around here. Gonna be a 6 lane going up around here, going up to a main road, and then just a bunch of zoning off of it. Nothing really special to show there for Myrtle Hills or Dean Heights. Kind of just generic zoning that I didn't really think we needed to record, because we've done a million different areas just like this, you know, all down here, all up here. So this, you really didn't miss much with the building of this. The only thing that was sort of a pain with this area is this main road here. It's very, very busy, and this road here as well is very, very busy. Not really sure what to do with that. It's kind of just a main road through the city. I mean, it goes from one end here right at the coast. If we follow it along, that goes the whole way down here. It curves around and actually goes to the other coastline. So it is very much one of the main roads through the city, and is probably only going to get busier. The problem is that there's sections of it, I think. Yeah, there's a section here that I can't actually upgrade. So it's always going to have to be a 4-lane road with the tram tracks, because that's where the trams go. So not really sure what we can do to fix that. I mean, I guess I could upgrade some of it to 6 lanes, but I think it's just a lot of the traffic is going left and then going left again down here to get onto the highway. So actually, honestly, another highway connection is probably the way to fix this, now that I think about it. Although it's interesting that some of the traffic's choosing to go that way rather than using the highway exit here. So we might want to look into getting another highway exit around here. That might help it a little bit. I mean, we could probably sneak something in here, possibly. Kind of in a similar vein to what we've done before, with little roads going up between the highways. Sort of like this one here. We could do something like that, but sort of in reverse, where you're leaving to get onto the highway. Or we could do something like what I did over here, which I don't think I recorded either, which is basically a little slip road that goes between the two sections of highway. This one stays between them, goes to this avenue, which now bridges across one of the main roads, and actually goes really nicely. So I like that. I'm quite happy with the changes we've had. I don't think there's anything else I've missed. And I should probably mention that we're about to get on with a stadium build in just a second. We've actually got the area for that over here, which we'll have a look at in a minute because I've just remembered there's one more thing. I added a roundabout to this neighborhood, which looks a bit like the X-Men logo. But this was kind of needed because traffic was backing out onto the highway, which I kind of really hate. Traffic was sort of backing into this little suburb here, which it's still doing, which I also really hate. And traffic is backing up along this avenue as well. We actually had a lot of industrial traffic coming in here and using the bus thing to U-turn, which was quite annoying, but we seem to have fixed that a little bit. I fixed that by just saying that nothing but buses and emergency vehicles can go down there, so that kind of worked. But I think that's everything. And I think I'm going to be stumbling over my words quite a bit for the next 30 or so minutes, because we've done like 4 hours 30 of live streaming and tweaking and all that stuff, and we're just getting started with the recording aspect of this whole thing. So a bit of a longer live stream than we usually do, and certainly a bit of a longer recording session, I feel. Anyway, let's get to where the stadium is going to go. It's going to be right over here, and this is an area that myself and Twitch chat kind of agree is probably one of the better areas for it, because there's a train connection right here, there's buses right here, and there's also a metro station right there. So people can, you know, get off the metro, the train, or the bus, just sort of waddle around a little bit and go straight to the stadium. So that's probably going to be good. And I've also done some detailing with some of the network walls here, just to make this look a little bit more interesting, a little bit more urban. So the trains kind of go through these tunnels, which I think looks awesome. Really, really pleased with that. I didn't bother curving the walls and the insides. They're just straight walls, but I like it a lot. I really do. So let's get started with some traffic management to begin with. I want to make sure that traffic can always enter the junctions here, because they're kind of not junctions. They're not really intersections either. Like, it doesn't intersect with any other road. I just want to make sure... that doesn't cause problems for traffic coming around here. And for the stadium, it is going to be... I believe we're looking at Stamford Bridge, which is going to go pretty much right there. So something like that. And I maybe want to flatten this area a little bit, because it kind of seems like, oh, that is right against the highway. I actually like that, though. I kind of like it being against the highway, and I like the idea of raising it up a little bit, just so it's almost... I kind of almost want it to be about that height. Also, these buildings on the side of it are really strange. That's very strange. I don't know what that's about. I don't follow football or any one particular team, so I'm probably never going to know that. Either way, grab this and hit you, and that'll bring it up to the right height, and bring you up to the right height as well, and we'll just sort of level all of this to that same height. All right, let's just get this to be a nice straight slope here. So from there to there, a little bit steep, but I think we can get away with it. I think that's okay. And I think we might want to go in and maybe just remove all of the trees in here, just to tidy up the area a little bit. We can add trees back in, no big deal, but I want them to be wherever I place them and not where the game thinks they need to be. Plus, I want them to kind of match this whole thing, so it's gonna be a bit of work here. I think it's fair to say. This is gonna be a bit of work to get this exactly the way I want it, because I want some buildings in here sort of along the train line. I just don't know exactly where, and I don't think I want to use an avenue to do this. Although an avenue here might actually be a good thing, because what we can do is put some trees on it to make it look kind of detailed, make it look kind of fancy. And then on that avenue, we can actually just go in and say, where are we looking here? Add in this thing, which is actually, I mean, now that I look at it, the stadium is weirdly, like, that's huge. That's about like that's huge, that parking lot. Good Lord. That is actually huge. Interesting. All right. We can add this one in too. Which again, it just kind of nicely borders the train tracks. I like that a lot. I actually like that a lot. Although I don't know how to feel about this. Like how enormous this parking lot is. I don't know. The stadium is kind of small, I guess, in comparison. I don't know. It's huge, but it's kind of what I wanted for the area. I kind of want the parking lots along the train track, so we're bordering the train track in a really cool way. And I realize we need to do that. We need to raise that all up a little bit, I think. I think you need raised up as well, don't you? Yeah, so the whole thing just needs raised up to that height there, which is going to cause some issues for this bridge, actually. I might need to adjust the whole thing, but we'll see. Raise it up to that height. Yeah, so these nodes down here don't need adjusted. The entire thing falls apart because I want the stadium to be a little bit higher. That's kind of typical me, I suppose. That is very typical me. Let me see. So grab those nodes. We need to grab that node and that node. And I should just be able to raise those a bit, right? Like that? Has that fixed it? That totally has. Although it hasn't fixed all of them. There we go. So that's better. Some of the nodes are... Uh-oh. They're definitely in weird spots, actually. Definitely in some weird spots, but that'll do. So that kind of gets it exactly the way I wanted it. Raise you up a little bit just to make that slope a bit more gentle. And if we grab the buildings, we can just level those to the road height there. So that absolutely works. I think this one needs lowered slightly. There we go. And that seems fine. So that's our parking for the stadium. I mean, it's not... It probably needs more parking than that, but I think it'll do. We can do some in front of it as well, but I just wanted to make sure that was to, you know, border the train line, like I've said about 6 times. As for this side, I reckon we could get away with doing the same thing in terms of the avenue. So bring it up to there and level it out in exactly the same way. And on this side, I mean, there is parking, there are entrances there, so I wonder if we want to do some kind of little wall to make it look like it's a bit more secure or something. I kind of wish I got some props, some of the, what do you call them? The ploppable vehicles. That would have been pretty cool, I think. That could have looked a lot better. Either way, I'm not going to worry too much about that. I don't want this to be, like, solely about detailing. I do want to do more stuff here, so... Yeah, we're gonna not just be doing detailing here today. Can I get away with that? No? That's unfortunate. That would have looked pretty cool, I think. I wish there was, like, a flipped version of this parking lot, because having, like, a big corner of it there would be really nice. Anyway, let's just add this in again, I guess. And can I get it underneath? Oh, I totally can! Ooh, that's very nice. All right, I don't mind that at all. Let me grab both of those and just shuffle them down a little bit. If it'll let me. It sort of will. So yeah, I guess that works. Maybe just lower them slightly. All right, it's a bit more parking on either side. And then in front of it, I like the idea of making it nice. So I want to try and like put some kind of park or something in front of it. I know that a lot of people have wanted zoos for a while in the city, and that's something I will try and do today, but I think in front of it, I just want some kind of generic park. But first, I am going to do a little something down here. So let's run this kind of thing to about there. We'll leave a gap. We'll run it to about there. Leave a gap and run it to about there. All right. So if I grab those nodes and try and level the whole thing out to that height, then lower it. That seems like a pretty chunky wall, but I like it. We can totally grab all of these ones as well. Bring them to the same height. Grab these guys and then just move them out towards the path there. Oh, that's annoying. It actually has, it still has grass on either side. What about a curb then? Ooh, that's very nice. I like that a lot more. I like that a lot more. So we're definitely doing the curb. Definitely doing the curb. So let's bring it down a little bit if it'll let me. So down to about there. Then this needs to go something like that, I think. Just leave that little bit open. And this could probably go to about there. You know what? I think that's pretty cool. Almost tempted to connect those bits, but it would make no sense for the parking lots. So, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Legovsky1 says Metro in the little 4x4 next to the stadium. That's not a bad idea. Metro in here would be perfect. We've apparently got a match going on as well. Metro in here would be a really good idea, although we do have it just across from it. But I think Metro in there would be the way to go. Or if I had network extensions, we could do like a tiny little road in there to have like a dedicated like bus stop, which we could still do, actually. Ooh. Now hold on a minute. What if we were to do like, because I can bring this right in here, right? So we could do that. Right, so if we did that, we can have buses sort of go in, stop, and then I could probably find a way to loop them around and bring them back out. Maybe. Maybe not. There's probably not enough space there, actually. Unless I went for this little road. Is that an option? No. Okay, maybe not. No, I don't think that's going to let me. Ha. It is true that buses will loop around there, but they'd move better if it was a slightly bigger curve. Like it'll just be a little more efficient if that was a bigger curve for them to go around there. I mean, I could try and build something like over here and then use move it to bring it in. So something like this, basically. So a tiny, tiny little roundabout. I wonder if I can move that in. Right, so put it there, basically. So that immediately falls apart. That's not quite right there, is it? That is not quite right. It's fixable though, isn't it? Oh boy. That is by far the ugliest roundabout I think I've ever seen. Alright. Let's I like copy and paste it in here? Okay, so copying and pasting it works. Okay. So we can copy and paste it to like here. Which actually looks alright. Then we could totally... Can we upgrade that? I would doubt it. I'd be very surprised if it's going to let me upgrade this. I don't know if that's working or not. I don't think it is. I don't think that's actually going to work. I don't know if is it the terrain clipping through it, or is it just clipping because it's like... Yeah, I don't know what way that's going to behave. Man, that's unfortunate. That could have actually, like... That could have looked pretty cool going in there. You know, like have a little road go in, the buses loop around, and then head back out. So something like that, basically. It's almost like a little cul-de-sac. Although then, where would the buses stop, now that I think about it? Yeah, you know what? As great as the idea is, and it is great, obviously, I don't think it's going to work. So we'll put that back, and we'll just do... Might just go for the metro. That might be the better idea. But I do think a road going there is a cool thing. Like, it looks like it's going up to the stadium. We can put like a little gate there or something. Make it look like that's where like the teams will go in or something. Then as for the metro, that's quite easy to do because we can still place it here. Even though it's like got this on it, because we can just move that, right? So that can just be moved back to here. And then we'll bring the curb just over behind it. So the little curb that we have just needs to go like this. And then straight like that. So the curb's totally fine. The metro actually looks pretty good there, I think. And yeah, that'll be decent enough access for the stadium. And I think that means we can actually go and do this. So we don't actually need to worry about having the multiple entrances. We can just have this one, which can go to about there and go to about that height. I like that. I actually like that a lot. I really like that. Yeah, that works. So what else can we do? This over here, like behind the stadium, we could do something there. I don't think I'll bother. I think we're all right. And I probably also want to go and say, I think what I want to do is have this be like that kind of road, right? There's not gonna, this isn't gonna cross over. So it's kind of like a one way for the buses to get in and out there. Which actually means I could totally put a median there. And I think I will. So what kind of median would this be? Would that size? This is actually what this mod's for, just by the way. This mod's actually designed for this specific kind of purpose, where you put a median in a road that wouldn't usually have one. So basically that right there. So just do that. Do that. And then lower it down to be about the same height as the curbs. So something like that. And I think we could maybe just... I think that actually looks better. So we can put some trees on that or something. People can still cross over. And I actually like that a lot. I really do. I think what we'll do is just put like a palm tree on it or something. So right about... I don't know, there and there. I think that looks the part. That actually looks really nice. I really like that. As for the buses that come in here, I mean, I might move them away from the station here, from the train station, and actually say that this is going to be a line that goes to the stadium specifically. So it sort of goes to there and goes back out. And turn prop and tree anarchy off as well. There we go. So I think that'll be pretty cool. We can do something to sort of detail this and make it look like it's a little more secure or whatever, but I think that'll be pretty cool. Let's bring this down to here. And let me just shuffle it slightly, please. Turn off segments, please. And also buildings. Now let me see. Can I do this without it looking too intrusive? I don't know if I can. That's unfortunate. Yes, we can do this though. Maybe take over a little bit of the metro and raise you to that height. I actually like that a lot. I really do. I really like this curb. It's really, really nice. I just think the whole thing could maybe be lowered a little bit. Well, no, we'll keep it raised up. It acts as more of a, it's sort of a wall, right? It's sort of a wall. That's fine. Gonna need to put something in here to like patch up this area though, because I don't want that grass. So I wonder, do I have any textures that would work here? No, I have some that will cover the curb. I don't really want that. What if we did prop and tree anarchy again? Now what is this? Nature reserve, amusement park. Could do the amusement park one. Yeah, we could do like amusement park. It's kind of weird looking though. Anything else we could use? We've got high level tiling. We've got yard tiles. think I might just use... what about the zoo? What is that? Yeah, those are some nice little tiles there. We'll use those. So something like there. And there. And in there. All right. So that's perfect. This can just be moved. So about there and about there. I can't actually have it overlap because the tiles will actually like go onto the thing and they actually are doing that already. So let's just move you back. But I think that's about as good as it's going to get. And honestly, I could put trees on these and just have it, you know, look even better. Which I think I'll do just to sort of disguise and hide the crimes, as we like to do. So a little tree there and right there. Okay. That's probably the most detailing we've done in like one simple tiny little area in a while. Don't know how to feel about that. Because I know that like my whole focus on detailing recently has been sort of a point of concern for quite a few people. Oh, the palm trees are gone. We'll put those back later. It's fine. But I like this. I think this is pretty cool. Now let's look at our park that's going to go in front of it. Although I think what I also want to do is maybe I think I want a road that goes here. And I think I want that road because I can put some buildings on it. What did I just demolish? Oh, a building? That's fine. I can put some buildings in this road that'll sort of have their back against the train station so that you're not actually going to be able to like directly see the train station from the park. So yeah, I think that'll be pretty decent. And I look forward to getting it built. But let's just do some offices or something here. I think it will just be offices in front of the stadium. Then in here can be some kind of park and nicely detailed and blah, 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 blah. I also need to demolish you, don't I? So yeah, that'll be our plan. I think I will do like grass lined on that. And let's get started on the park. So it's going to be an actual park. That's for sure. And I'm very tempted to use the park main. No, never mind. Doesn't fit perfectly. So, you know, scrap that idea. Let's just use the little one because the little park gates are probably the best ones. And this is going to be Olive City Park. Fair enough. That can be the name of it. Vader Victor says I should put the hotel by the stadium. I think, do you mean the luxury hotel building? Because we were looking at that a little bit ago. We can totally do that. I think the luxury hotel being near the stadium is probably a pretty good idea. So this whole area, I think, is just going to be considered Olive City Park. And then we could probably extend it towards the highway and just sort of bring it along the highway. So yeah, this entire area will be considered a park. Doesn't really make sense that the entire area is considered the park, but I guess we're going to detail a lot of it, so we'll see. And hopefully it'll be absolutely beautiful. So just like that. All right, let's get the other entrances sorted then. So this one's going to go... Oh, do we do it? I guess we do it in the avenue. So there, I think. Yep, entrances like that will be fine. We can get another right there and right there. We don't really want them on this side because that's where the buildings are going to be. And then I guess that's probably okay. I don't think we need to go too nuts with that. That's an unfortunate slope right there. That one's not so bad, but the other one's definitely a bit rough. Either way, let's get this all connected around. I'm not going to bother with any... I don't think I'm going to bother with any of the curved corners on this. I think I want it to go right to the corners of the roads. It just fills it in a little bit better. And you need to make sure you actually connect there, which you absolutely do. This can go... So about there. This one can go a little bit further, and then we can just sort of angle it like that. and essentially have it go along the train track. Now, is this something I can easily move? Not really. But we can move it to there. Then if I grab the segment, I can just curve it a little bit, I think. So yeah, curve it sort of like that. Maybe move you along a little bit to be a little bit closer. And move you along a little bit to be a little bit closer as well. And I think that's fine. So that kind of blocks off the train track to the park. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. As for a path through the middle here, I mean, we could just sort of double up a little bit like that, but it gives us a very, very steep bit of path there. So I don't think we're going to be doing that. I think it's just going to be a very simple, like, 2 paths going straight through. Nothing too major. I don't even know if I'm going to put anything other than, like, gazebos in here. Gazebo is a fun word. I feel like I've had that conversation before, but gazebo is a fun word.